chat. All right, let's go, guys. We're going to cast one more episode of the Florencio files. Down here in the bottom right-hand side. Apparently, Neeb's over at his house again today. They're both eating some guac. It is a great day to be playing StarCraft with your X-controller because this is Neebencio. Also known as Florencio, but Neeb will no doubt be taking his hands onto the controller at some points. Up here in the top right, Blue said, Blue said not ready. Me speak good words. It is a Terran who I think paused. I don't know if this was a tournament game. I think Ravenator paused and then Florencio accidentally unpaused or something. I don't know what happened there. So yeah, guys, Dankcraft is Florencio. I linked up his channel. He's there in chat. Florencio, if you're going to continue streaming, I am going to be finished the stream when I'm done casting this replay. I have no idea how long this one is. I think it was just called PVT, Fun Game or some shit, or Game vs Ravenator. I'm going to host you up, give you a raid if you're still around, if you're going to be streaming for a while longer. So let me know in chat if you're gonna be live for at least like an extra hour or whatever from now. And so I'm not like, I hate when I raid people just as they go offline. That's always the worst. But anyways, looks like there is gonna be an SCV scout. Florencio gonna do some high level harass here. He's got the probe in there. He's gonna be a bit of a cheeky dickhead. Just gonna run away. Drilly boy, of course, comes over, and Drilly boys love shoving that drill into those probes, if you know what I'm saying. They get a little bit randy, these drill boys. Aren't a lot of chances for fun intermingling of the SCVs. You know, they hang out in the depot once in a while and drink some moonshine and shit. Some really cheap hooch they mix themselves back of the refinery. But it's not always that much fun. You know, you see a exotic probe, you get a bit excited. Sometimes you want to plant your drill right in it. And Reaper's going to come out and say, oh, get fucked, probe. And that probe is going to go down. I do love the pylon here. Just the haha, you got to build your Nexus over there pylon. Is the Reaper going to stay and kill it? Or is Ravenator going to go across the map? Okay, Ravenator's going to leave the pylon. Back at home, Neebencio is doing probably the closest thing he'll ever do to a normal build. I mean, the Cybercore's about 40 seconds late. But aside from that, there's a Nexus. And it's at what a normal human would call a natural. So if you're a Sewer-Mermaid like Florencio, you'd normally take the natural up here. But for some reason, he's trying to mind game. He's taking this one. So Florencio trying to pull out some like macro play or some shit. Still hasn't control grouped the Nexus, because that would just be disgusting. Apparently hasn't felt like giving Neeb the controller just yet. We can see this try-hard Ravenator has pretty much 10 control groups already. Up against fucking Greek god, beautiful mechanics Florencio with just the one Nexus. That's how you do it. Of course, Warp Gate's not upgrading because Florencio doesn't believe in Warp Gate. And I am really wondering what the next step is. Okay, it looks like one Stargate. I have a feeling we might even see another one. There we go. Florencio actually let them pause a little bit, so Ravenator's lag could settle. Of course, we are casting this off a replay, so those pauses just kind of don't even show up in the replay. We just immediately resume. This Reaper's being a bit of a dick. Already got 2 kills. He's actually going to run down there and continue to kill probes. Florencio here starting to get a little bit triggered, I think. This Reaper being a big pain in the ass. But at the same time, there is a Zealot on the other side of the map. It managed to kill an SCV. The Reaper does get out of there. He's going to go back and defend. But this Zealot chasing off the command center. Oh, God, that's 2 Cyclones. And the Zealot, he tried to hide. What a fucking cutie pie. He went into this little corner. He was like, they won't see me there. No, they did see you there. The Reaper escapes once again on 1 life. Thankfully, Void Rays are pretty good versus Cyclones, so as long as that gets out in time, that should block the Cyclones, especially if you leave it just on the edge of the high ground. It can do really well. This Stalker just A-moving across the map. Florencio with his amazing control groups, amazing micro and control, is going to show you guys how to Stalker harass versus 2 Cyclones. So what you do is you attack move the Stalker, and then you don't pay any attention while it chases the Reaper across the map and then gets itself killed. Classic Florencio there, just displaying the immense skill, the large APM, the solid godlike mechanics that he's so well known for. And right now is building multiple shield batteries on 2 base, and holy frack, what are we watching? Is that Warp? Oh fuck, he handed the controller to Neeb. Neeb has just taken control of this video game. Florencio is like, motherfucker, I'm trying to play a macro game on Darkness Sanctuary. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Please, just take the controller. Neeb's like, oh, all right. Immediately is like, you don't have fucking Warp Gate started at 5 minutes, you gronk. Immediately starts up Warp Gate, starts dropping double forge. It's like chrono boosting probes. Suddenly, the mechanics of fucking Neeb come into play here. He's gonna try and catch up in this game, and he hands the controller back to Florencio. He says, there you go, just use that stuff, get some upgrades, and now you take control. Florencio immediately sends a probe across the map and is like, of course, double forge into double Stargate is really good, guys. It allows you to get ground attack weapons. Now, if you didn't know, these are really useful for Void Rays, because if your opponent scouts your forges, they're going to assume you're building ground units. But if you're actually only building flying units, then those flying units won't benefit from the upgrades, so it'll be really good because of the synergy. There'll also maybe even be a little bit of backwards overflow, which will allow us to really just synergize and make sure we capture, you know, all of the base and have a high KPI and conversion rate. So if none of that made sense to you, it's because you're not Florencio and you don't have as much science, logic, and general reasoning behind your strategy. So it's okay, study up. One day you guys can be half as bright as Florencio. A couple of Chad Rays gonna come in here. They're pretty big, they're pretty beefy. I wouldn't say they're steroid Chad Rays just yet. They've got a couple of pledges with them, actually, these Chad Rays, who wanna join the Chad fraternity. Oh no! Oh no! The Ravens! The Ravens get focus fire down. Neeb apparently has control once more, shuts down the Ravens, is gonna corner the Stalkers, turns around, starts to focus down. One of these Cyclones goes down. Look at this focus fire from Neeb. Holy shit, he is good. You know, this is why this guy's won so many tournaments. He clearly, if he can do this with an Xbox controller, covered in fucking Dorito stains and whatever other fucking festy shit is on Florencio's Xbox controller, I don't know. No wonder he's won so much WCS. He is just a god. But I think he has handed the controller back to Florencio. We can see that by the casual 130, 140 APM. But you know what? The tech path continues, and this is what I really like, is we've seen Neeb say, get the ground upgrades, try to make a logical big ground army, and Florencio's like, nah, I'm just going to recall me main over here. Neeb's sitting next to him on the beanbag. He's like, why'd you do that? Couldn't you just keep mining from your main? Florencio says, just fuck off, alright? I just felt the fucking need. I needed to recall. He's scratching at his wrist a little bit as well. We're like, is recall the equivalent of heroin for you? Do you just need to do this? Of course, yes, that is the answer. He's literally the most addicted fucking degenerate Protoss player we've ever met. And he's actually going to get an upgrade, which kind of makes sense. So I don't know, maybe Neeb told him to get plasma shields since that actually helps flying units. Not really sure. Not really too sure. He's getting Twilight Council. Oh, it's only because he was blocked. He would have started 2-2 ground armies, even though he hasn't used a single Warp Gate yet this game. But he was like, nah, don't have a Twilight. Can't get it. I guess I have to get the upgrade that helps me air units. The mind game is over. The logic continues, the science continues, and holy fuck, that's a lot of backwards synergizing overflow right fucking there. These Void Rays come in, and look at it. He's like, yeah, you saw me forges, except you didn't because you haven't scouted all game. I don't think Ravenator's seen fucking anything. Yeah, I'm picking away at the things. Of course, the follow-up to this is Mass Void Ray Zealot, once again produced out of no Warp Gate Gateway, because we are watching some high-level StarCraft games here. Florencio really, I mean, he's an entertainer, isn't he? You know, he doesn't want to just play the most efficient way. He just wants to put TLO to shame, doesn't he? Someone's mentioning TLO in chat. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we call him the Wonderwunsch. We're like, oh, you're so creative, TLO. Can he really hold a candle to Florencio? Florencio makes Warp Gate just to fuck with us. He's like, look, I made Warp Gate this game. I'm not going to use it, though. That would mean I can't queue up Zealots 2 at a time on me gateways while not using these 3 gateways. What do you think I am? Some sort of fucking macro god or some shit? Nah, I'm making +2 ground attack for me Mass Void Ray. I don't even have charge, but I'm making Mass Zealot. This is brainy play. Florencio's a fucking genius. I love it. I love it. So much science, my brain can't even put it into words that you plebs could understand. I'm just gonna have to say, trust me guys, it's a good play. It's a good play. It always is when Florencio's playing. The Chad Ray harass comes in, triple Chad. yeah, they're gonna pick up an SCV or two. I think it's about time they enter Dicktown though. Auto turret's gonna come down. What? he just there's no reason. There's nothing. The Cyclones were so far behind. Ravens are like as slow as Void Rays, but he's like, nah, I gotta recall, man. I gotta fucking recall. I gotta get my fix. Just rocking back and forwards in his chair. Suddenly now, there's Florencio who hasn't recalled for a few minutes. He's rocking back and forwards in his chair. He's like panicking. He's scratching at his arm. And then there's Florencio at this moment, right after he's recalled, and suddenly his face is serene. He's sitting there with perfect posture. He's like using his one control group to reproduce probes and shit, and he's like, just playing a smooth game of StarCraft. But as the minutes go by and it's longer and longer since he's recalled, that's when you see Florencio start to like rock back and forwards in his chair, just start to fucking freak out a little bit. He's like, just complete panic, complete fucking freak out, as he cannot handle the fact that he hasn't recalled shit for no apparent fucking reason for a few minutes. So here we go. Looks like Widow Mines into Mass Raven Mech. Here's a tip for you guys. Seeker Missiles does fucking no damage. It does, the anti-armor missile does 15 damage. So we're gonna see, what, auto turret? Mass auto turret. Yeah, let's go. All right. So we're gonna be some base trading going. Oh, that's actually pretty sexy. All right, I'm a little bit, oh, I like this. Okay, I like it. I like it. Meanwhile, the Chad Rays are going to take down another command center. Oh my god, these probes are getting wrecked. Only 43 probes left. Up against a shit ton of SCVs. 70, to be sure. Was pretty important, though. That, oh my god, he's got charge. He's made fucking Zealot charge. What is this? What is this? Oh my god. Oh my god, and he pulls back from a bad engagement into Widowmine Planetary. Neeb's in the game again. He's controlling on two fronts. Void Rays from the left. Zealots roaming around. They're rotating to look for a better attack angle. Neeb in control of the game once more. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh, the Ravens are going to come in. Auto turrets are going to go down. But the Chad Rays are like, mate, look how big me streamer piss is. You can't compete with this. But mass repair is pretty good. Auto turret, missile turret finishes up. Does get shot down almost instantly. The Void Rays are going ham, dude. They are blasting all this shit down. Ravenator's looking for his expansion, and he's just checked every single base on the map, except this one. And he finally scans it and goes, that's where your fucking money's coming from. Immediately the Ravens turn around. They're going to go for it. There's a bunch of Stalkers though. Holy shit, Neeb clearly in control of this game. Actually using units to fight against this. A couple of the Ravens have already gone down. A second one falls. Mass Auto Turret is on the ground though. At the same time, Mass Chad Ray over on this base. Their CVs are trying to defend. Ravens not able to deal with these goddamn Chad Rays. And there's nothing else that he can build. It's just Mass Starport. No Vikings, no Libs, just missile turrets, Widow Mines, and everything. Ooh, it's a trap. There's two Widow Mines hiding underneath those SCVs. There we go. They reveal themselves, take out two Chad Rays, but single auto turrets going down at the time, not going to be enough. The Raven pack is coming back across the map, but they're very low on energy right now. The Chad Rays going to try and eliminate the last few command centers. A few Ravens come in. They've got a lot of energy, but they get shot down before they can drop them. And that's been the sad story of this game, hasn't it? Ravenator's trying to set up Widow Mines on the left to try and trap them. Auto turret's gonna come in. Will he be able to take out even a single Chad Ray? I don't know. One Chad Ray goes down. Another one getting very low. Looks like the Chad Rays finally fall. Oh my god. Doesn't even have the range upgrade for those auto turrets, funnily enough. And here we go. The auto turrets run on in. Another one goes down, but they're mostly out of energy. These Ravens have been friggin' wrecked, and somehow Neebencio actually kept most of his probes alive over here. So he's actually way ahead on the income right now, because anything is way ahead against zero. Don't know if you guys knew that. This Chad Ray, oh, dodges the auto turrets. It's gonna, oh my god, it survives. Oh my god, it's just gonna stay there. These Ravens, oh, he's gotta be so pissed off right now. Ravenator is deep in Trigger Town. He's like, can you just get the fuck out of my burst? Oh, we screwed up on throwing the auto turret down, but he managed to scare the Chad Ray into the missile turret. He does go down. Don't you love that? You build a wall of turrets, and then they just come in the other side of your base and kill everything. Ravenator's got a ton of money, though. The question is, can you defend the next wave? One of the planetaries out front died. There's still a few turrets, Widow Mines, and a planetary. Oh my god, Ravens in the open! Oh, Ravenator! Oh god, 2 Ravens do go down. Auto turrets are starting to drop. Nice pullback. Neebencio, this is clearly Neeb playing. Florencio, though, has reminded him to expand in the corner of the map. Keep up the illusion. Let us think it's Florencio playing and not Neeb over at his house. Oh shit, Planetary Fortress, Widow Mines. This is some fucking potential power we've got right here. But the Void Rays, they're out of range. Wait for it, they're going to clump up. Here we go. Winner, Widow Mine, dinner. Oh, the Stalkers are going to take the shots. They take one for the team there. Auto turrets go down. The Void Rays are like, nah, get wrecked. We're just going to pull back. More building armor upgrades on the way. More Ravens building. We've got turrets being massed right now. Where are they being built? Up here at the 3rd. Okay. So Ravenator's like, if I can just defend this area and get up, that'll be okay. I think he really needs missile turrets here more than anything. And it looks like Neebencio just continuing. Still hasn't used Warp Gate. Is running in these random squads of Stalkers all over the place. Void Ray is thinking about... He's using the Void Rays to spot, and the Stalker on the low ground. Definitely Neeb playing. There's no doubt about it at this point. And turns out missile turrets against Stalkers not the best situation for Ravenator. You can tell Ravenator's the sort of player kind of relies on the opponent fighting with their ground units into planetary fortresses and their air units into missile turrets, isn't he? I like to see a memer versus a memer though, you know, it's always good. We got, oh! Gets a kill on that Chad Ray. The Void Rays are like, wait a second, that's just a couple of little fucking Widow Mines. To decide to eliminate those from the map. 45 probes still only for Neebencio. Still not a great economy. A scan goes down and Ravenator's like, shit. You've got another base going up in the bottom left. I need to build my economy as well. Stalkers and a Void Ray. Oh, that Chad Ray is fucked, man. Look at him. He thinks he can take on a couple of missile turrets. Nah, you're not in your high school football team anymore, mate. Tried to pick a fight with a professional MMA fighter in a bar. Didn't work out too well. Oh, God. Some big Widow Mine boom booms going off on these Stalkers. And here come the Ravens. Oh, God. It's definitely Florencio controlling once again. Neeb's shouting at him. He's like, pull back. You're losing all your shit for no reason. And it looks like the Raven count's kind of healthy again. So, you know what? I think Ravenator's maybe back in this game. These spellcasters gain value over time. Stalkers are coming back in here, but that Planetary Fortress does take out a few of those Stalkers. A rando Hellion does get blasted to pieces there. Void Ray's coming in. The missile turrets have gone down. Uh-oh. Ravenator's better be quick on the draw with those spells, but Florencio just going to back off for now. Still just building Void Rays 2 at a time. Hasn't decided to try any other composition because Florencio is like, nah, just I'll take the corners. We'll just do that. Stalkers are going to run in. Void Ray is coming around for the top left. It's a 2-prong attack once again. Shades of Neeb. Holy shit. There we go. They're going to take out that. Oh my god, they're going to fly through the turrets. I was going to say they're going to take out one turret and then kill the planetary. There we go. They do it. Not a single one's gone down. The Stalkers come in from the back at the same time. They were going to go for the Ravens, but they changed their mind and start going for the workers. Anti-armor missiles go down. Auto turrets zoning out those Void Rays. But the Stalkers in the back of the natural are pulling them out of position. And the Void Ray is going to take advantage of this and go back in. No, they aren't. The Ravens are going to corner them. Looks like these Stalkers will go down. Will they be able to take out 1 or 2 Ravens on their way out? No, I think they're just going to try and bait out as much energy as possible. There we go. One Raven does fall. But eventually all those Stalkers do go down. And this cost efficiency is back to about even between these two players. This base, though, still looking very vulnerable. The +1 Plasma Shield Chad Rays coming in. Remember, guys, 2-2 ground attack and armor while focusing mostly on Chad Rays as the composition. It's just genius. I think the mind games worked, for sure. For sure. Shredder missiles coming in. And the itch was just too great. He had to recall out. He was just freaking out, man. He was freaking out. I've just remembered that I meant to get a grocery delivery. And I'm wondering when it's going to come. I'm like, shit, man. I hope they don't come while I'm just sitting here in my room, not even hearing them knocking on the door. Shouting about Florencio, playing some messed up video games. At one point, Ravenator had 72 SCVs versus 40 probes. Yeah, Ravenator was looking alright. But auto turrets across the gate. Still doesn't have the upgrade. Still doesn't have the high sec auto tracking, which actually gives +1 range to auto turrets. Sad times, sad times. Hellions coming out as well now. That's a bit random. Sees these Chad Rays marauding their way towards the main base. If we take out this turret and this turret, there's a clear path into that main base, but the Chad Ray is going to back off for now. They know they've been spotted. A couple of Hellions are on the warpath. Holy shit, look at this defense. Fucking... What? What? What am I even looking at right now? Let's fucking explain the logic on this one, eh, guys? Jesus, too much science, man. I don't even know. Hellions there. Oh shit, bit of an engagement. But once again, those Void Rays just disengage every time, dude. These Stalkers warping in because he doesn't realize he's got 4 Stalkers sitting right there doing nothing. Florencio. Oh my lord. Mass Stalker Chad Ray. I guess it beats Ravens. I think that's going to be what we learn from this game. I guess it beats Ravens. There's going to be a lot of question marks, whatever the statement may be, as to what we learn from this Florencio files. There's going to be a lot of question marks. We're not going to be 100% sure, are we? These Hellions still roaming around the map. I mean, there's a base up here. This is where they want to find. They want to find that one. There's even more Hellions. They're like, yeah, let's go. There's no probes. Oh no. Turns out this genius wall is protecting this base. It's just funny because this base is like the sacrificial lamb. It's like, yeah, you don't get defended at all. You don't get any support. Stalker's going to continue to roam in from the side. Be like, haha, we killed a few SCVs. Are they going to get a Raven? No, just going to pull back. Chad Rays let a few Widow Mines run past them. Remember, there's still Widow Mines denying these expansions. This Widow Mine is slowly picking off probes one at a time as well. There's a DT shrine on the way. Oh my god, the genius Florencio, after 21 minutes of trying to bash Stalker Void Ray into Missile Turret Planetary Fortress Raven, decides to build invisible units against mass detection. This is exactly in line with his strategy. I think I finally understand Florencio as a player. Oh my god, he broke it down and just lost a whole ton of probes trying to get down there. But he does break it down, re-walls, and starts some cannons down here. So this is a genius decision though, because if you think about it, if they've got only things that detect mass turrets, mass Ravens, they'll never expect you to have invisible units because there's literally no way for them to do anything at all in the game. So I think Florencio really here has actually just found probably the checkmate maneuver. I think he might be checkmating the wrong player. We're going to have to wait and see how many DTs he does warp in. Oh my god, Shredder missiles and auto turrets just blasted all the Void Rays on the right hand side. We're gonna have to see exactly how well this genius DT move does work. Stalkers and Chad Rays managed to take down this planetary. Maybe Ravenator just hasn't stabilized from the earlier stages. Who knows? Maybe the Phoenix DT transition will get it done. Why not? Why not, man? Ravens here, just kind of working their way around this map. Stalkers continuing to pick off these straggler SCVs. Oh, look at this. It's a fucking trap. The Stalkers take out a Raven. Oh, auto turrets go down. Ow, 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 ow. A couple of Stalkers do fall. Ravens continuing their path across. Hellions versus Stalker shield battery. Not a good fight for the Hellions. Shield battery just... Yes, your damage is nothing. Ravens finally get into this base. Can they do it? Is there going to be enough auto turrets? Stalkers are going to try and kill a Raven. I think he needs a few more auto turrets than that to make sure he gets the Nexus. Is throwing down quite a lot of damage being soaked by that assimilator though. So, ooh, Stalkers are trying to headbutt their way forward. These auto turrets do not last that long, remember. And there we go. Is denying a bit of mining, killing a few probes. We're up to 84 SCVs killed and 85 probes killed throughout this game so far. These probes just going to evacuate out of that base. Revenge of the Mass Stalker. Remember, guys, Warp Gate's been researched. Still no blink, despite going Mass Stalker. 23 minutes into this game. And even though Warp Gate's been researched, it still has not been used. Not a single Warp Gate has been made. Oh, made 4 Warp Gates? What? Must have been when Neeb was in control of the game. Oh, these 4 are Warp Gates. Everything in the main is still a gateway. Lol. The Ravens are on the run. Oh, no. Phoenix. Oh, Ravens are light units, guys. Oh no. Oh, no. The Stalker Phoenix gonna chase down these Ravens. Oh, the Ravens are in trubs, man, and it looks like revenge of the Florencio. Couple of slow Chad Rays to bring up the rear, because why the fuck not? And it looks like Ravenator has had enough. Fought hard, fought long, but it turns out Mass ground upgrade Void Ray Stalker beats Mass Raven. Ravenator, GG's. And what the fuck did we just watch?